Hello everyone, this is Sheila Pinaso, the third reporter of Group 6. Now we're gonna tackle about tests as sources of research data. Standard tests are used to gather data in research because of their validity, reliability, and usability. Non-standard tests usually do not have such characteristics. Non-standard tests are not used in research except where one wants to know the level of achievement of a certain group in a certain subject. So, for example, a teacher in geometry wants to know the level of achievement in her students in geometry. So, she administers to her students a standard test in geometry and her own teacher-made test. Then, she compares the two results. If the two sets of scores correlate highly, then the level of achievement of her students is alright, but if there is a great disparity in the scores, then there must be something amiss in the instructional process. Standard tests are very useful in psychology and in psychiatry, particularly in individual case studies. In research concerning emotional maladjustment, standard tests are extensively and intensively utilized. And now let's proceed to registration in research. So registration is a process of listing down items of the same kind in some systematic manner for record purposes. Registered matter may be classified alphabetically, chronologically, qualitatively, quantitatively, or otherwise. Registration provides opportunities for collaboration and it reduces duplication of research efforts. And now for research purposes, the following are very rich sources of information. So the first one is the Bureau of Census and Statistics. So they are responsible for collecting, compiling, classifying, publishing, and disseminating general purpose statistics. They have all kinds of data about population, housing, industry, trade, and more. And then the Land Transportation Commission. They are responsible for all land transportation in the Philippines. They are tasked with the registration and operation of motor vehicles and the licensing of the conductors and the drivers. And then we also have the Department of Education, Culture and Sports and its regional offices, and schools, colleges, and universities. This is where all enrollments and graduates are recorded. Then the Supreme Court and all lower courts of justice. So a court's task is to interpret the meaning of the law, to decide whether a law is relevant to a particular set of facts, or to rule on how a law should be applied. They have records of judicial cases. And then the police agencies and offices. Police have unrestricted access to driver's license, warrant databases, and as well as local police records. This is where all criminal cases are recorded. We also have the Bureau of Health, where all births, deaths, and pathological cases are registered. Then the Securities and Exchange Commission, where all trade, industrial, and commercial establishments and other organizations, profit or non-profit, are registered. And all other departments, offices, and entities of the governments and private organizations or offices where different kinds and classes of data and informations are registered. Let's go to the mechanical devices. Here are some areas of research where mechanical devices is used in gathering data. First one is the social and educational research. In this area, the reader is referred back to to the sections of recording by means of mechanical devices, what has been observed, and what transpires in an interview. So here are some examples of mechanical devices that is being used to gather in an observation and in an interview. We have here camera, voice recorder, and videotape. The next is biological and medical research. This is a scientific investigation required to understand the underlying life processes which affect disease and human well-being, including such areas as cellular and molecular bases of diseases, genetics, and immunology. We have here some examples of devices being used in this area: the microscope and the ultrasound machine. Next is physical science and science research. This is the study of inorganic world. There are machines that measure energy or force, gas pressure, liquid pressure, electrical energy, and more. We have examples here: the electric meter and the manometer that is used to measure and indicate pressure. And then we have also here chemical science research. This deals with the composition of substances and their properties and reactions. So example devices in this area are the Florence plus and the weighing scale. And then let's proceed to astronomy, space, and atmospheric research. This is the study of celestial objects and phenomena. Examples are the telescope in studying the stars and space, and barometer in studying the atmosphere. And there are more gadgets and machines used to study almost everything in the universe. The list cannot be exhaustive, and there are more sophisticated mechanical devices and instruments that have been invented to gather information or data for research. So that's all, and thank you.